This is the Jordan Mailata Show with Spike Eskin and Eliot Shorr-Parks on your exclusive home for Eagles football. Sportsradio 94 WIP.
Here we are live at Chickies and Pete's in South Philly for the Jordan Mailata Show, brought to you by Miller Lite. It is Miller time, Eagles fans. Celebrate responsibly. The man of the hour, Jordan Mailata. Hey, buddy.
Oh, man.
No big deal yesterday, right? No big deal. Just another game.
Oh, my God. It's taken years off my life, man, I tell you.
Well,
Man.
you know, it feels good to win every game, but a game
100%.
like that one
Yeah.
must feel just a little bit better.
I feel it does feel better.
Yeah?
It does feel great winning like that, especially when you see JD do something like that and take it to the house to finish the game. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
So it's funny, all day on the station, you know, fans are calling in saying what they remember, where they were when they saw the kick, their angle of it. For you, like, what do you remember from that moment? Just, like, try to take us through what you saw, your thoughts. It had to be crazy to be down on the field for that.
Yeah, you shouldn't be in that situation in the first place. So that's what I'm thinking on the sideline. I'm also thinking I don't want to watch this. I can't. I feel sick to my stomach. At the same time, you know who we have rushing, the kicker. And then I stand up. I go to watch it, and I'm watching it. And then I just see the whole left side collapse. I'm like, okay, that's part of the job done. The next job is to block the kick. And then you see it get blocked, and you're like, what the hell's going on? So then I'm on the field, and I'm like, shit, I've got to back off the field. So you get off the field, see JD take off, see the whole team run down the sideline, and I just think to myself, yeah, I can't be bothered running all the way down there. So I turned to find Fred Johnson, and I headbutt Fred Johnson instead. So that's what I did.
So seeing how fast Jordan Davis ran
Yeah.
with the ball,
Yeah.
foot race, you beat Jordan Davis. If Jordan has the ball and you're just running, what do you think? I mean, I didn't know that dude could move like that.
Dude, you know what he told me after?
What?
So everyone's like, oh, he ran like 18.5, was it?
Yeah.
I said, that's slow for JD. Everyone's like, what do you mean? I was like, JD can run like close to 20.
Really?
Yeah, 19 can go 19.5, 19.6.
Wow.
And so I said, dude, why is everyone, like, when I said everyone after the game, I said, that's nothing for JD. I asked JD, like, what were you doing? He's like, bro, ball security.
I like it,
He
man.
said ball security.
I saw
the ball
Nick-
security was like,
Yeah, I saw Nick compliment him on it.
so he was like, all I was thinking about was the ball security. So it was like messing up the way I was running. I couldn't hit top speed.
What's the fastest speed you've ever been clocked at?
18.6.
Okay, so you beat him yesterday.
Nah.
No.
JD's an athlete. I'll give him that.
It stood out to me that the first thing you said about this was just how cool it was for Jordan Davis to have that moment.
Man,
You've
what a
been
moment.
here since he got drafted. I've covered him since he got drafted. Talk about a feel-good story, right? Like, comes in, probably doesn't have the beginning of the career he wants. He's spoken about his struggles with, trying to stay in the proper weight.
Yeah.
Just from your perspective, you're in there every day with him. I know you don't go against him offensive line and defensive line, but you kind of do. Like, just how cool has it been for you to watch him this offseason and have that moment?
Just seeing the work that he put in the offseason, you could see it,
Yeah.
like physically, the weight he lost, and how much better his mood was. Coming into work every day, the energy, the passion he had to come to work. And I think, like you said, the feel-good story, man, you just look at JD's journey from when he first got there, the amount of snaps he's played, and how they've increased over the years. Testament to his hard work. I mean, yesterday will probably go down as the Jordan Davis game.
Yeah.
That game right there. So dominant. You could see, the condition that he's in is probably the best shape he's been in. My favorite play yesterday was probably the third down stop that he
The
was
Stafford
play
yeah.
where he was chasing him down. That was probably like my favorite play. Because that takes effort, and you can only do that when you're in great shape. And his will to want to make that play for the team is for me, the best play yesterday. And then I thought, how can he top that?
Right.
And then he blocked the field goal to win.
He goes and wins the game for
and
you guys.
then,
Yeah.
it's just like, this guy is unbelievable. So, talk about a feel good story, man. Hats off to JD, man, and all the work that he's put into this year to be in the shape that he's in, but also to play and lead that room. If you look at it, he's been there the longest. Like, it's his room. He's got to lead, and I think he's doing a great job of leading by example.
So, part of the reason it was such a big win is because of how it started, and then so we'll go through the game. I promise we'll get to the good part. The first half, outside of you guys get the ball in the red zone after Zach Vaughn's interception and score, but after that.
Yeah.
Really? So what was wrong with the offense in the first half? Why weren't you hitting the way that you guys want to?
Man, believe it or not, not covering anything up.
Yeah.
But that was just on us as players. As on us as offensive line, just like, I sound like a broken record when I say the execution part, but that's it. That's how the game is so simple that it only takes one person to be off. But if you're not on your A game, then, you go 3 and out. And so it had nothing to do with – it had everything to do with everything we can control and everything that takes little effort, which is just, communication. Honestly, that, to me, doesn't need to take effort, honestly.
Right.
Communication is just something that you should just be willing to do because it's like the bare minimum, And we just weren't communicating. The plays, the points, so the communication of the points. We got that.
You say the communication on the points. What do you mean?
Points of like what the play call. So like where the center's pointing.
Okay.
And then where the next block should set up.
Got it.
Or if we're in the pass game, this is who we have. Running back, you have this guy. So we just weren't crisp. We weren't crisp enough, in that aspect of especially in the first half, just not crisp enough, not clean. It was just one of those days, man, I guess. We just weren't there.
So this might be a dumb question. I'll be honest off the jump. But, I know you're very close with all the offensive linemen. You and Jalen, you've talked about how close you guys are. When communication doesn't happen, I guess for me the question is why? Because I know you guys all work hard together during the week. You talk a bunch. And it sounds like you're saying on Sunday it's not happening. Is that something you guys have talked about as to why communication isn't where it should be?
Yeah, we try to simplify it on the sidelines, especially during the week. We try to simplify it as best we can so we can just play free. But sometimes we can't. We're doing too much at the line. Either we haven't seen the look, we haven't seen that defense, or it is something that as simple as changing the jersey number. So understanding which position, which number plays what position in the front that they're giving us and basing the call off that. Sometimes it was just we were overcomplicating, and it was something that we didn't see on film and say, okay.
Is that why you think going to hurry up? Because you guys took off.
I think it was okay, we got to stop playing in their yard. We got to start playing Eagle football and just do what we do best and go on the ball and just destroy people. And I think that was the biggest game changer coming out of the half. I thought the coaches did a great job of adjusting, and everyone did too. Once we kind of understood what we had to do better and what we weren't doing good at, we just kind of okay, well, let's just go on the ball, no huddle. And honestly, I think it also showed the condition that we were in, because there was some that last drive, 19 plays.
Yeah.
Hey,
it's a lot of plays.
But man, well, I mean, it just felt like we were the better conditioned team, especially the 3 drives before that. Well, come out of the half, 3 and out. Then come back in the second drive of the second half. Well, 5 plays, touchdown. Come back out. 14 plays, touchdown. Come back out. And then, 4 or 5 plays? 4 plays. No, 3 plays.
Yeah, I think it was 3. Yeah,
it was 3 and out.
Yeah,
and then came back in for a 19-play drive.
That's why you can run 19 miles an hour right there.
Well, that's. I'm glad we gave JD that rest. Then.
yeah, exactly.
I'm glad we gave him that rest, but man, Yeah, I think we had to make the right changes at halftime, and I think the coaches did a great job of, then I really do think they were putting us in great positions all game. We just, as players, we just weren't executing. Yeah. But I feel like I say it every week, and honestly, sometimes that is the answer.
Well, the truth is the truth.
You can turn on the film and you can see it. Like, there's a missed block here. There's a missed block here by the own line. Missed block here by the own line, and that's all it takes.
Yeah.
And they rely heavily on us, and we just didn't. We weren't doing a good enough job. But I am proud of our fight. I'm proud of our fight, man, and that's one thing we could take from that game: the mental toughness that we had to when things weren't going our way. Most teams, I would say, would crumble. Our defense did a hell of a job of holding them to field goals, and we were just doing a terrible job. And we're doing the most terrible job you could think of, but our defense had our back. And, I think I was so proud of the fight that we had and the way we were able to bounce back and, and overcome that.
Well, it's funny.
Funk.
It's funny you simplifying it like that. But if everybody could execute all the time, everybody would be really, really good. Not everybody's really, really good all the time. So sometimes that's just the difference.
I think, we are professional athletes, so we are expected to have that. That is our expectation.
But so are they. So's the other team.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So
exactly. But that's why we get paid the big bucks.
Right.
But the truth of the matter is sometimes we're just not on our P's and Q's. And that is the part that we need to be better at, to be on our P's and Q's all the time. And that's where getting better 1% every day is a game changer.
Well, I'm fascinated by teams because it's not the first time that I think everyone has seen it when a team gets down, moves to hurry up, and they get into a rhythm. What is it about that? Is it, I'm trying to project and think about it. And on some level, when you're down 20 points, maybe you play freer because you can't get any worse, or what happens,
When you go on the ball, we call it on the ball. When you go on the ball, you start to see more simpler looks because they don't have enough time to adjust to our formations.
Okay.
And sometimes the formations is very basic.
Your formations are basic.
Yeah, we're just 3x1, 2x2 on the ball.
Yep.
Is it a run or is it a pass?
Yep.
And we're trying to go. We're trying to catch them off surprise and get them into so they don't get to interchange and sub on, to adjust to whatever package we have out there personnel-wise. So that is an advantage of going, on the ball football, or hurry up football, whatever term you want to call it, is so they don't get to interchange or sub out to make the right calls or get the right defense that they want, that they've practiced all week versus our personnel. The other thing is you want to test the will or the conditioning of the other team, and I think we pride ourselves. I don't know if Coach says it every week. We do extra conditioning. And I think that was a good point that we were able to see. What it felt like to me, especially in that second half, to overcome all that adversity, it showed our conditioning. We were able to go the distance.
It's interesting hearing you talk about it because I think a feeling from coming out of that second half was they solved something, like they got this going. But the way you talk about it, it's almost like this is something you can go to when you need it, but maybe it's still, to your point, getting 1% better each day and about the execution to get this more consistently going.
Yeah, 100%. Like I said, man, anyone can turn on the film and you turn on the film and you be like, oh, it actually was a good play call. We just missed here, left tackle, missed here at guard, missed here at center. And that's where this game, to me, that's how I break it down. It's like, okay, what is the problem here? Oh, it's an execution problem. Oh, this one is a communication problem. But it is all fixable.
Yeah.
Everything is fixable, which is why I feel like that second half was a game changer. That second half, the way we adjusted, the way we were able to fight back. I think it's crazy. I thought it wasn't just the fight back. I think the way we came back I think the way we put together drives, that was clean football. That was Eagle football. And it wasn't just like we're going to throw it down the field and,
pray something
happens. We were effectively moving the ball. We were effectively running the ball. And so I think the way we won deserves some merit.
Yeah, well, I can tell you fans are pretty happy today. So,
yeah.
You mentioned playing clean football.
Second half.
Yeah.
Jalen was unbelievable in the second half. And one thing I noticed from the press box was normally it seems to me like during the defense on the field, he's looking at the tablet, he's talking to Patullo. I thought yesterday he was like walking up and down. He seemed like he had a ton of emotion.
Oh, yeah.
What was he like? And I mean, watching him kind of lead you guys back had to be cool to be a part of.
We talked about how communication in the first half, we just weren't on the same page.
Yeah.
And so second half, he made it a point to make sure we're on the same page. And I think what better way to do that by lead by example. And if that's what you saw, that's exactly what was happening. Making sure that, whatever plays we were running or we were calling, whatever look that we got out there, this is what it was. This is how we should run it. This is how we should call the protection. And I thought it was a great job by him.
Yeah.
As a leader.
So after the game, AJ made a comment about he thinks the offense is too conservative sometimes. And Jalen said that he feels like sometimes from an offensive strategy standpoint, he didn't actually specify how. He said sometimes we play not to lose instead of to win. So when you hear things like that, what do you think about the idea of maybe playing too conservatively in their viewpoint?
I don't. Well, that's something I don't know what they mean by that. So I'm not gonna try and dive into that. I think for me, as an offensive lineman, I have to worry about executing my job. And when I look about how, the first couple drives were, the execution was terrible. But for me as offensive lineman, that you got to live and die by your technique, and we just weren't doing that. And so, for me, I can't make a judgment on how conservative we're being if I can't even execute the simplest thing.
Right, because if you had done it the right way,
we don't know.
Right.
We don't know.
Yeah.
It's probably easier for the coaches to be more aggressive if they're confident you guys can execute it properly.
Yes, and I think there's a lot to blame on us players. Just from an execution standpoint alone, just from that alone, and the beautiful part about it is how I think unified we are, coaches, how close we are, and how we can have these conversations during the week about plays we want to run, plays that we can get to because we have the players who we have on our team.
Yeah.
Do I think we can get there faster? 100%, but we have to execute up front or even in the run game. It takes 11. So everybody just has to execute at a higher rate, and I think if we do that, then we can truly judge, how our offense is doing.
All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, there's one specific Jordan Mailata moment I want to ask you about. Also want to talk to you about Fred Johnson, your guy, and then we'll talk about Tampa as well. This is the Jordan Mailata Show. We're at Chickies and Pete's in South Philly. Enjoy the Miller Lite Whistle to Whistle Game Day Special. Here at Chickies and Pete's, celebrate responsibly. This is the Jordan Mailata Show, brought to you by Miller Lite. It is the Jordan Mailata Show, live from Chickies and Pete's in South Philly, brought to you by Miller Lite. It's Miller time, Eagles fans. Celebrate responsibly. You big heart guy? Like Barracuda? You like this tune?
Barracuda?
Yeah.
It's a good classic.
Yeah, it's a
good classic.
Yeah.
Wow, that dude looks like Big Dom.
Oh,
Dude.
Wow, look at that. Fake
Dude, this
Big
is
Dom.
like stolen valor.
I know
Right?
that guy.
It's like stolen valor. What's going on?
It's like the Andy Reid looking
Delco Big Dom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get the camera on this guy. This is
Yeah.
amazing.
He's a Dolan's guy. He's a Dolan's
man.
guy.
I thought that was Big Dom.
Me too, when he walked in the corner of my eye, yeah.
So I said I wanted to ask you about a Jordan Mailata moment. You guys did actually score in the first quarter.
Yeah.
The on a tush push. Last week was a very tush push centric week for you.
Oh, man.
You were all over the place.
Was I?
You did spike the ball after the touchdown. I felt like that was sort of purposeful, given your week. Telling telling everyone to shut up about the tush push. You guys score on the tush push. Jordan spikes the ball. I don't know. It felt like a moment.
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
I didn't know what the hell was going on.
Yeah.
You know, I'm usually at the bottom of the pile, which I was, but I got through the bottom pretty clean, and
Yeah.
I go up to look. You know, where's Jalen? You know, usually he's on top.
Yeah.
But I guess he just kind of like slid over Landon and I into the end zone, and when I got up and turned around, I saw him holding the ball. So I'm like, oh, it's my time to shine. It's Brucey's time to shine. So I grabbed the ball, and I think it was probably the worst spike of all time.
I was going to say, how would you rate it? 'Cause
It's good?
I'd say 5 out of 10.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that great.
Only because, you know, most guys spike it downward.
Yeah, you threw it.
I threw it 10 yards in front of me. And
it was
I
aggressive.
was like, oh man, this is like a rookie mistake.
Well, do you spike the ball a lot? Like if you
Hell no,
practice?
I've
That's
never
what I
done
mean.
that.
I feel like you got to practice.
So I was just like, okay, this guy's giving me a gift. I should probably spike it. So I got to spike it, and it almost looks like I threw it into the stands.
Well, I'd say this about the spike. Maybe the actual spike wasn't great, but the shot of you spiking it,
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
it was epic, man.
Yeah, I'll agree there.
You could tell you were pretty.
If we just
pretty
pause it
psyched.
right before I throw
Yes.
Hey, when
Yeah.
you frame the picture, they won't know how it goes. It'll just look cool on the wall.
it. You know, with AI these days, you could recreate that photo.
It's a good point.
Yeah.
Make it the best spike we've ever seen. Besides Spike Eskin.
Yeah. Second best. So, Fred Johnson.
Yeah.
So you, I remember we talked to you when the team re-signed Fred. You were a Fred enthusiast. It did seem like when Fred came into the game, it coincided with you guys getting going on offense. He said he hadn't practiced right tackle at all since he's been back. How difficult is that, and how well do you think he played given the circumstance?
I think it's so hard, you know, when you don't get reps at right tackle, especially, you know, since he's been back, he's been majority left tackle, taking reps off me. And I think to be able to step in and to just pull that out the bag, you know, just speaks to his accountability to the team, but also his readiness to be able to execute at a high level over and over again. But you got to thank Jacksonville for that, because they had him at swing. They had him going left and right. So thank you to Jacksonville for doing that, because when he came back here, he's just been at left. So, sorry.
When a player, so he was obviously with you all last year. He goes to Jacksonville, and he mentioned he's not practiced at right tackle since. Like, are you able to kind of pick up where you left off from last year? Like, is there some of that with Fred, or does it feel like starting from day one just because he did miss camp, he was with another team?
Talking about just from like a technique standpoint?
Yeah, well, just like from a communication and all that. Yeah.
I think he was able to pick it up real smooth, just make the conversion, you know, in his head. Steen did a great job. That's what I'm saying. Like the second half, man, we played Eagle football. We were communicating. We were all on the same point. Like, you know, that's now we just gotta put that in the first half and the second half. You know, but second half we came out and we ran and played Eagle football. You know, we felt like ourselves. The communication was beautiful up front, and Steen did a great job of making sure that, you know, if Fred had any questions, or if Fred didn't know, which Fred knew everything, which is great. That's what I'm saying. The accountability was off the chain for him, and I think he did a great job of just making the conversions. But then just going out there and just saying, "Screw it, you know, I'm in here now. Let's make a name for myself." And he played Fred football.
What is it about losing Lane? Obviously, he's an outstanding player, but whenever he's not in, I mean, the record speaks for itself. He's very important for you guys to win. What is it about losing him, and I guess especially in game, that's so difficult?
Lane Johnson.
There we go.
I think he's the best tackle.
Come on, Eliot.
He's the best tackle in the game.
That was the dumb question, not the earlier one. Yeah.
He's the best tackle in the game. No one can tell me otherwise. Don't care who you are. That's why the record is the way it is. But I think we try and do a good job of preparing the next man up. And I think we also do a great job of, you know, making the corrections. And I think it's, you know, timing wise, probably worked in favor of Fred, you know. But man, that's Fred. It's Lane Johnson.
A very noisy Lincoln Financial Field yesterday. When you guys get booed at home, which happened a few times yesterday. How does it feel to get booed at home?
Hey, we're doing our job. What do you expect?
Okay. All right.
Does it motivate you at all?
Yeah, man, it pisses me off.
Yeah.
Like, man, I got to do my job. Yeah, it aggravates me because I'm like, man, I got to do a better job. So I'm in there like, what are we doing? What's the plan? Okay, cool. Because I don't want to get booed. Like, truthfully, I just don't want to get booed. But, yeah,
it was definitely pretty tense in there for the first half.
But it's like, you kind of have to look at yourself and be real. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, did you see the half we put together?
Yeah, it wasn't pretty.
Surprised there were no tomatoes and lettuce.
They let him bring him in. They might have been, honestly.
I've been here a long time, man, and I'm really grateful to be here. So for me, it was just like, it's just another game, like another game where we failed to execute in the first half. Let's go out there. What can we do? How can we move forward? How can we win this game? And I think we did that coming out of the half. Second drive.
Not the first one as much, yeah.
Well, how do Jared Verse causes the fumble on the first drive of the second half. What was the matchup with him like?
It was a good matchup.
Yeah.
Always a good matchup with Jared, for sure. Headbutts galore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude.
He said this last year, too, after the...
Headbutts and bull rushes. We gotta figure out a nickname for that man.
Yeah. Well...
Juggernaut.
Speaking of Jared Verse, the thing I probably care about the most coming out of this game, did you see Jalen Carter and his chain?
Man, I wish I had that bet with Verse. I
was going to say, so do you know, is that Jared Verse's chain?
I don't know.
Well, everyone's saying
it's got to be.
I feel like you deserve it with all the rivalries you've had with him.
Man. I don't deserve it.
Okay. You did win. That's all right.
I don't deserve it. Did you see how good our defense played? How many times they held him to a field goal?
Yeah. That's got to feel good when the defense is keeping you in it, though.
Man, it feels great. Looking back on it now.
Right.
Feels amazing. At the time, you feel horrible. You're just like, shoot, we can't put anything together. And at the time, you're just like, man, how, like, you're guilty of putting bad drives together, but at the same time, you're like, how can we problem solve? And you're constantly going through that battle, especially, seeing them hold them to a field goal. Man, we're lucky. We're lucky to have a great defense like that.
You mentioned last week that other teams yell out your cadence during the tush push. Did the Rams do it?
I'm surprised no one knew that.
Yeah, I've never heard it before.
Really?
Yeah.
I think because you guys never complain about it.
Yeah,
like,
everybody else complains.
The other teams aren't going to be like, guess what we did in this game?
Can I tell you what I think is most interesting about the complaints about it? Is that nobody seems to be complaining about the actual tush push part. It's really...
Well, it changes like the weather.
Yeah.
Changes like the weather. Now it's about false starting.
Yes.
It's unreal. It's always something. It's always something new.
So are the Rams doing it, though?
I can't remember. I don't know. Only because...
I think that's a yes.
Only because it was really loud, and I was just trying to hear Jalen's voice. So probably, I'm just trying to time it up so I don't false start. And
you mentioned the crowd. I think it's cool whenever you guys do the tush push, whether it's an away game, a home game, especially home game. But Eagles fans travel well too. Like everyone stands up. It's almost like a point of pride with the team and the fans.
I love our fans, man. I love our fans, especially home games when the tush push.
It's crazy.
As soon as they see 3rd and 1, everyone already knows what time it is. Or if it's we're on the goal line, everyone knows. It's a great feeling. And in my head, I'm like, well, shoot, we better convert this now.
Yeah.
We better convert it now.
Well, it almost seems like looking at the defense, at least in this game, they're almost defeated, I think, to a certain extent before the play even happened. I can only see so much, but I don't know. I feel like you're in everybody's heads. I kind of like it. I mean, I don't want it to go away after this year now. I started thinking it was going to. Now I feel like it has to happen forever until somebody figures out how to stop it.
There's only one person that can stop it, And he's the commissioner.
Yeah. What a line.
I think they should build a tush push statue outside
Yes.
the stadium.
I think we should as well.
Yeah, 2022 or 2024, memorize the Super Bowl.
We should, what, 2021 to 2024?
Yeah.
Or 2025?
Yep.
I mean, it's one of the most iconic plays in NFL history. It is.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
For being so simple.
We will, when we come back, we got to talk to you about Tampa.
Yeah.
You guys had, I don't know if you know this, but you're playing the Bucks on Sunday, so.
I remember.
Okay.
You told me last week.
All right. We will be back. It's the Jordan Mailata Show at Chickies and Pete's, brought to you by Miller Lite. Enjoy the Miller Lite Whistle-to-Whistle Game Day special here at Chickies. Celebrate responsibly. It is the Jordan Mailata Show live from Chickies and Pete's in South Philly, brought to you by Miller Lite. It's Miller time, Eagles fans. Celebrate responsibly. Before we get to the Tampa game, Jordan, one moment that got caught on tape after the game was you giving a little forearm shiver to A.J. Brown's chest. Looked like you hit him pretty hard. What was that moment about, and did you actually hit him as hard as he reacted?
I hit him pretty hard.
Yeah.
It was a pretty decent hit, especially twice. Hit him twice. I think it was just I think for me it was just hyping him up, you know, just the leader he is, the way he goes about his business. The last 2 weeks, you know, everyone knows it hasn't gone to our wide receivers' ways, you know, and not to expect, well, certainly not to our standard, you know, and so I thought the way he bounced back, the way he just showed up for us in the moments, him and Smitty. So when I went up to Smitty, I was just like, bro, thank you. Like, he bailed me out. Bailed me out on that 4th down touchdown.
How so?
Man, the third down and 2, I missed the protection call. You know, it was perfect leading up to that 3rd down and 2nd, and 3rd down and 2, and I missed the late protection call, and so you know, they brought both, and I was sliding out to the edge, let Verse get through clean, but thank God again Saquon was there, so he filled the gap. But we both got hit. We're trying to stop Jared. We both got hit into Jalen's throwing lane, so he misses the throw to AJ on that 3rd down. Now it's 4th and 2. And that's the got to have it, and man, Smitty and Jay make a hell of a play on that 4th down, and you know, and I went up to Smitty after the game. I was like, dude, you saved me, because all I could think about was how I lost the game for us on that 3rd and 2, because I missed how we were sliding left, and then we made the protection call slide right, and I missed that, you know, and then I get pushed back into the throwing lane of Jalen on that 3rd down, and so you know, I think that was just a moment that you guys caught of me and AJ. I was just hyping him up because, man, he's just stayed so patient, and he's just been doing his job and working in silent, you know, in the run game. And, you know, when his opportunities came, man, he made them pay. He made them pay, especially those angry runs. Yeah. Man.
Yeah, if you ever have to hype up me or Spike,
Man.
just Spike likes to be hyped up that way, not me.
Yeah,
so
I like to
much.
be punched right in the
Yeah,
stomach.
that's more of a Spike thing.
It's good. It works on your core as well, but that's all that was.
Yeah.
You know, just letting him know in a, you know, nonchalant way that, you know,
Yeah.
thank you.
It's a nice way to say thank you. Yeah.
Thank you for being a dog.
You guys going to Tampa. Tampa has gotten the better of you guys a few times over the last few years. Defensively, it seems like they have something, you know, for you. What is it about Tampa and Todd Bowles that is so effective against you guys, do you think?
He's just a wizard in the way he dials up the pressures, disguises. You know, him and Spags are probably very similar in the game of how they disguise the blitz. You know, and showing blitz and then dropping out, and then showing blitz and actually blitzing. It happens on all downs. I think, you know, he's gotten the better of us because we haven't really, or we weren't executing. Again, my favorite words. You know, we weren't executing. You know, those last couple of times that we played them, and so I just think he's such a smart coordinator, very detailed, very tricky. So it does present a lot of problems for us this week. But man, I'm excited to go in the room on Wednesday and see what we're dialing up against this man. Because man, I'm tired of going down there and facing the Tampa Bay Bucks, man, in Tampa.
For fans, I feel like they have teams that are like, oh, we never want to see the Eagles play them. Do you have any teams like that? You've been in the NFL long enough where when you play this team, like you think to yourself, this is going to be a tough battle.
Man, I think I've always said this. Probably the Giants.
Really?
Favorite team to play. It's always a tough game.
Yeah.
Always a tough game with the Giants. And I know every time I see the Giants, I'm like, it's going to be a dogfight.
Wow.
It's going to be a dogfight.
I think it's because divisional or just
divisional
the players?
Yeah.
That was a team I hated growing up, so it makes sense.
You hated the Giants?
I wasn't a hate the Cowboys
I didn't grow up with
guy.
them.
No, I know, yeah. I'm just thinking about
every time I see the Giants, I'm like, it's going to be a gritty dogfight. Who can do this to the final whistle.
So you guys are going to Tampa a day early to prepare for the heat. Depending what weather app you look at, seems like it's going to be close to 100. The real feel might rain.
Really?
What do you think about going a day early to prepare for the heat?
I think it's going to give us an opportunity to hang out and go to dinner and just again another opportunity to build that togetherness, our one of our team core values, and then just again not think about football. Just go out there and talk about life. If you want to talk about football. Just hang around. But then at the same time, we get to acclimatize. Is that the word? Acclimatize?
Sounds right.
Yeah, it sounds.
I don't know, with my accent and your accent, I'm confused.
Yeah, and our vocabulary. Who's your favorite people to go out to eat with on the road?
Lane, Cam, Landon, Brett Toth.
It's a big bill.
Dallas. It's Saquon.
What is your bill average when you guys go out?
It's a couple grand. Yeah. It's such a big group.
Yeah.
And that credit card really gets going.
Well, in the Super Bowl, me, Spike, Ike, and a few other people from the station went out. I picked the dinner spot.
He did a horrible job.
Yeah, well, I think I did a fine job considering the circumstances.
You did. There weren't that many circumstances.
Well, you're a vegan.
Nobody. You didn't pick a vegan place. They didn't even have a vegan item on the menu.
They had fries. Yeah.
Hey, that's the decisions you just decided to make, mate.
Yeah,
that is the choice that you made.
No, I'm not saying it was a bad.
No, I gotta tell you, he doesn't eat like
me.
anything. There's two former NFL players. Jack has the palate of like a 5-year-old. I mean,
we were in New Orleans.
Damn,
it's a great restaurant city.
But anyway, it wasn't a few thousand. I'll say that.
Yeah, no,
it'd have been fun if it was. To expense that.
Yeah. Probably would have gotten turned down. I would imagine. I know athletes are creatures of habit. Does that screw with your routine at all? Going a day early?
This is a great question. Nobody really knows, but I think again it's another opportunity to deal with that.
Right.
Like now that we're doing it, like okay, how can you adjust? How can we adapt? I'm a bad creature of habit, very superstitious, and I think the last 3 weeks have just taught me that man, I need to be around my boys. Yeah, as long as I feel good heading to a game, I'm going to be all right. But I'm looking forward to this week, man. Just be around the boys again. I'm gonna start looking at some places. I'm gonna pick a place.
You want me to pick it? I got some recommendations for you. Yeah.
Text me some places.
He just goes to Open Table and finds whatever there's an open.
Yeah. First of all right, Jordan. Here's a good question for you. So Spike sends me a list of suggestions. Very nice put together.
Yeah.
There had to be 85 restaurants on that.
Yeah.
Is that a list? Like that's like the yellow pages.
It was from somebody who goes to New Orleans.
And I appreciate that, but I feel like a recommendation is 5 or 6 spots max.
Depending on the person, but I'll have to agree on.
Thank you.
He didn't even pick one of the restaurants on the list.
Because I couldn't even read it. It was like 90 spots.
We gotta go.
Right.
The play.
Yeah.
The players.
If you like crab fries, come down to
Philly. You can only eat at Chickies.
Yeah. The Players Lounge is next. Ike, Hugh, Eliot, and Landon Dickerson. Jordan, thank you. Another great performance from you. Go get another win on Sunday.
Well, thank you. I don't know about the first part, but yeah. We'll do it.
Great job. All right, the Players Lounge is next. This has been the Jordan Mailata Show. We'll be back the same time, the same place. Brought to you by Miller Lite. It's Miller time, Eagles fans. Celebrate responsibly.